couple of thoughts. The first one, I'm just going to sound like a dad, everybody's dad probably, which is, and I say this to my kids, is whatever you do, really lean into it and try and do it well. When I started in the film industry, I was my first job was a production assistant, standing out in the rain with a stop slow paddle, guiding traffic, and then in between, whenever they call cut, I would grab a cigarette butt sweeper and go around and clean up the neighborhood that we were filming in. And a lot of people would look at me and they say, like, why, you're crazy, go sit down and go relax. But I was like, you know what, my job is to clean up cigarette butts, so I'm going to clean them up all day long. And I remember having a van roll up in the one rainy dark evening in North Vancouver, and this stops, window slowly goes down, and this person leans out. I have no idea who they are. And I'm like, what's your name? And I told my name, and then I said, he goes, I've been watching you all day. You're going to do well in this business. And then the window went up and he left. And it turns out I was the producer of the show, right? And I tell that story to my kids all the time. They roll their eyes probably if they're listening to this now. But it is that sense, if you're, don't take, whatever position you're in now, whatever you if it's just an entry point, as it often is in the film industry for PA work, and you want to do something different or get to something better, you still have to really do the job you've been hired to really, really well. People will notice that, right? That work ethic. So that's my old school boomer advice. On the second part is, for people later on in their career, what I can't be a strong enough advocate for the sabbatical. My transition out of production, I was really struggling to figure out how to do that. I was trying to do it while I was working, and it didn't happen. It was quite frustrating, and until I finally took a sabbatical, and took almost a year off and mucked about on marinas and boats and things like that too. But it was only with that kind of that stepping away, that clarity, the ability to kind of remove myself, that I was open to opportunities. I was looking and listening to what was going on in the world, in my city, and I think that gave me the opportunity to really kind of think about what I wanted to do. And when I did figure it out, and when the opportunity did present itself, I had the time and capacity to really do it well. Like my first job out of that transition was, lots of interviews with boards of directors. I had to really research the job. I had to sell them on myself. It was a full-time job getting that job, and couldn't have done it if I was working. So I think for anyone considering a career transition, set aside some money, prepare to take 6 months off, a year if you can, and take a sabbatical.